I don't want to talk about how much whiskey I just got on my blazer.
Hey guys, welcome to another weekly whiskey after hours. The stream is down, the lights are still on, but almost off, and we're here for an after hours episode. We're going to talk about something that I think is super important. We've got Christmas coming up. Everyone's got big gifts to be giving. So we got 2 bottles of whiskey that you absolutely need to give the different people in your life. What do you say, John?
Well, a couple things. Yes, we have definitely got gifts that we need to give. It is important to share whiskey. It is important to share. It's also important for you, maybe not necessarily you, Jay, but probably you, to send me whiskey. So, getting is also important, and I want to get some more whiskey. So we want to make sure that we give quality advice so we can then get quality whiskey, right?
Yeah,
I mean, this is full circle.
This is 100% whiskey rocks avoidance. Whatever you do, do not buy your enemies or your friends or your loved ones whiskey rocks. We will help you.
Unless you're a dentist and you need a lot of work.
Yeah, dude, those things are killer dangerous. I mean,
yeah,
I don't get why you would give accessories instead of booze as it is. Like, I love getting booze, even though I already have a lot of it. But I would take bad booze over whiskey rocks. But hopefully we will help you save from both of those pitfalls.
Totally.
What are we starting out with here?
So the bottle that I want to talk about first is going to be a gift that you would give to a friend of yours who might not be into whiskey or not into it as much as you. An acquaintance you have, or a contractor, somebody who's done something like, somebody does something nice for you, especially around the holiday season. You want to sort of pay them back and maybe go a little above and beyond. So I like to give them something that checks off a few boxes. One of them being, I want the bottle to look pretty sharp. I want them to be able to put it up on their bar or their shelf or wherever it is that they store their liquor. And when they take it out, to look at it and be like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like, be able to spin it around in their hands, enjoy the feel of it, want to share it with their friends and their family. So I want it to look nice. I want it to taste nice. And I want it to be approachable too. Like, as much as I would love to take a bottle of Stag Junior over to somebody's house, be like, check this out, man.
Oh, man.
This is great. This is what people love.
Can't do it.
Whiskey of the year. In fact, it's too hot. Right? I mean, like, you see them take that first sip and they kind of...
They always choke, yo.
They try to, like, force it down and their eyes are watering. So, like, you don't want to do that to somebody as a gift. So I want it to be proof nice. I want it to look nice. And I want it to taste nice. So for me, that bottle is going to be Blanton Single Barrel.
Oh,
and
man.
I know it's not going to be well received in all circles. But checking off those boxes is important. This is fairly available in my area. And I'm not saying that I could go buy it whenever I want. I could buy this a half dozen times a year. So that to me makes it something that's special enough that, like, it's not like I have 50 of these sitting around and I could just, like, give one to everybody who, shows up to fix something. But this is something where you give it to somebody and they go look it up online, like, oh, holy shit, people really think this is a cool thing. Like, this is, like, important bottle. So they gain a little bit of value that way. It looks nice. Say what you want about Blanton's. I think it's a great looking product. I think it tastes fine, and it's proofed at 93, so it makes it approachable to somebody who's going to put this in a glass neat on the rocks. Or there's going to be other people who are going to mix it up. However they want to drink it is how they should drink it, but I want to give them something that I think gives a quality appearance for a good tasting whiskey. And I think, so for me, that is going to be the product that you give to somebody as a gift.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, man. Like, Blanton's, it nails the appearance. It always stands out. It looks, I can't think of another bourbon it looks like, on the shelf. It's heavy in the hand. It just kind of conveys, like, people, it has that Google power. Like, when they Google it, they know that they've gotten something special. And, whether they like it or not, it's not $300. It's $50, $60, $70. If they mix it, it's not the end of the world. It's theirs. But, like, I don't know a single person that hasn't enjoyed getting Blanton's, even if they were some kind of hype enthusiast. Like, it's not every day you buy it for yourself, but it's been a gateway whiskey for so many people I know. I think it's a great selection.
Totally. So what do you want to talk about now?
Well, so I mean, I work in software. It's kind of hard. Like, you're kind of supposed to give gifts. You kind of don't give gifts, like, based on who your boss is and what you're doing. Like, I just bought a house. Like, the people, kind of involved in that, like, they kind of merit some bigger gifts. but I don't want to break the bank. So I picked something that I think is really interesting. I think that not a lot of enthusiasts are buying it either. So I think it's a good pick for, someone that really likes whiskey. You're trying to give that really impressive gift, kind of maybe score some brownie points like fancy father-in-law. But Murray Hill Club. This is a blended whiskey from Joseph Magnus. It's blended by Nancy Fraley. I want to say it runs about $100. And the bottle weighs about 9 pounds. So take that into consideration.
It's the real deal.
Like, this is fancy. It is tall. It's heavy. Like, actually, I think you can hold it like a hammer.
It would make a totally kick-ass weapon if you needed it to be one.
Yeah, and at the end you can scrub the label, turn it into a cancer, but like, it also tastes great. Like, I finally took the plunge. I bought one a month or two ago, and was just super impressed by the quality. So it's kind of nailing that premium package of, like, it stands out to enthusiasts and new people. Like your boss is gonna love it if they don't like whiskey. That one guy from the golf course that is a whiskey nerd will like it, and it delivers on the quality as well.
That's a good idea. I like that, especially where, like you mentioned, the glass it's beefy. That thing is big. It's imposing. It's going to look great on your boss's shelf, or
look at all that.
On your father-in-law's bar. It's going to be a good overall product, and it tastes good. It's good whiskey blended just right.
Yeah, I've been super impressed by Magnus. Like, I had a couple batches early on I didn't like. I think that they know what they're aiming for now, and everything has been fire. And honestly, like, it is expensive. I think it's a little bit more than it should be. But when you're gift giving for those like fancy bottles, like,
right,
we're all spending a little more than we wanted to anyways, and it's going to really give that impression.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So I think that's a good way to look at this holiday season for not only getting gifts but giving them. And you got to remember that these are things that come full circle. So when you give great gifts to people, it leaves an impression on them. And they're going to remember that. And, maybe you end up giving a Murray Hill Club to somebody who is a Scotch guy. And they're going to turn around and then give you a bottle of Scotch the next time. Like, these things always tend to, further the progression of whiskey gifting, which is something I'm on board with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, giving the Murray Hill Club says, I know whiskey and I know that you know whiskey. I'm going to give you whiskey that I think is going to be up to snuff for what you'd like. And I think that's totally right.
Cool. So, hey, this has been our episode here for Weekly Whiskey After Hours, showing you guys what we think you should be sharing for this holiday season, what types of things that would be great gifts. We're live every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Every Tuesday. I mean,
every Tuesday.
I guess every Tuesday except when there's an election.
Oh, yeah. That did complicate things.
But, I mean, that's not really that big of a deal. We don't have to worry about that for another 4 years, right? So, anyway.
Amen.
Catch us on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. Catch us on Instagram. And, of course, we will see you after hours next time.
Don't buy whiskey stones.
Oh, fuck's sake.